everyone, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, my name's alexarayeco. Welcome to my July TBR. I'm so excited. Guys, we went book shopping twice last month and we got a lot of books. So for the month of July, my TBR list consists of a lot of brand new books in my library, and I'm excited. I have some summer reads in here that I am just dying to read and get to. I also picked up some cutie little things from Target, and I'm gonna share them with you because in the month of July, I am going to be annotating my first ever book. Yep, you heard me. I'm going to be annotating my first book ever. I'm nervous about it because I've never drawn or wrote in a book before because I'm obsessed with keeping my books in perfect, pristine condition. So this is going to be interesting, but I got some cute things from Target to kind of like help me with it. If you've been around for a minute, you've probably seen me talk about these quite often actually. They are just these cutie little book tabs, and I love these. I got these from Target in the book section. They're just these book tabs, and these ones have little dogs on them, and I think it is so freaking cute. So I picked these up to leave little tabs in my books because I like love doing that for some reason. I then picked up, these are so cute, I picked up this little package of ice cream highlighters. Are you kidding me? Look how cute these are. Here's the pink one. It just looks like a little popsicle. And that's the little highlighter, which I am obsessed with these. I feel like they are the perfect size to highlight like the words in the book. I'm going to be annotating my first book ever. I am going to vlog it, of course. I don't know which book it's going to be. It might be one of the books we talk about today. It might be a previous read of mine. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens. But welcome to my July TBR. I love doing these videos because I love sharing with you guys what I want to read and what my reading goal is for the month. I also feel like it kind of holds me accountable to read more during the month. I have some amazing books that I want to share with you guys today. I'm so excited. So we are gonna hop right into the video. Really quick, I just want to take a moment to thank the sponsor of today's video, which is Skillshare. If you're not familiar, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for anyone who loves learning and wants to explore their creativity and learn new skills. Skillshare allows you to invest in yourself and your personal growth. Skillshare benefits include, but are not limited to, ad-free so you can stay in the zone while you're learning new skills. New premium classes are launched every single week, so there's always something new to discover. And the entire catalog is now available with subtitles in Spanish, French, Portuguese, and German. This past month, I've been getting back into my creative self. I've been crafting, drawing, painting. Skillshare has been a huge part of it. A super fun and creative class I recently took on Skillshare is Intro to Procreate, Illustrating on the iPad. It's the updated 2022 version, and the class is taught by Brooke Glaser, who is an illustrator and children's designer. In the class, you learn how to use Procreate on your iPad and make digital illustrations. This has been really fun and helpful for me because if you're new here, I do actually have an Etsy shop where I sell a lot of my crafts on there. I do resin crafts, Cricut crafts, stuff like that. And Procreate is a huge part of it all because I usually draw my designs on Procreate and then use my Cricut to cut those designs out and bring them to life. So my most recent obsession is stickers, and I've been trying to make my own cutie little stickers to sell, but I just couldn't figure out like how to draw so seamlessly and pretty and like aesthetically with Procreate. I'm not savvy with Procreate and all the brushes and tools you can use. It's such an amazing app if you do have it. You know what I mean? There's so many different brushes and options to choose from with Procreate, but I've just never fully learned how to use it properly. So this class was amazing because it really helped me dive into Procreate as a whole and learn all the different tools, all the different brushes, coloring techniques, and stuff like that. There are brushes on Procreate I didn't even know existed, and this class really helped me dive in. I definitely recommend Skillshare if you're looking for something new to do, if you want to explore your creativity. Skillshare has thousands of classes on so many different topics that you can take and learn new skills in. I love using it as a creative because it really just brings out so much more in me that I didn't even know I had in me. They have so many amazing classes to choose from, and the first 1,000 people to use the link in my description will get a 1-month free trial of Skillshare to try out for themselves, which means you'll have access to all all their catalogs and amazing classes. It really is such an amazing platform, and you guys can get 1 month free, so you might as well try it out. With all that being said, we're gonna jump right into my July TBR. Oh my gosh, do you guys see my pile of books over there? It's because I'm filming a mid-year freakout tag, and there's just a mess of books right there. Welcome to my July TBR, guys. For the month of July, I have picked out 7 books that I'd like to get through. In the month of June, I think I read like 7 or 8 books. So I thought it'd be fitting to make my TBR list 7 or 8 books, just so I hold myself accountable. I want to read as much as I read last month, but maybe more. We'll see what happens. I have 7 amazing books to share with you today. Some of them are summer reads, so I'm super excited about it. We're gonna hop right into this, and I'm gonna start with the book that I'm most excited to read this month, and it's Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. Look at this cover. Look how freaking beautiful this cover is. So I've seen an alternate cover circulate booktube and booktok. I'm so sorry, but this is so cute. This is my favorite book cover of this book. I just thought it was absolutely beautiful and adorable. I'm obsessed with it. Love in Other Words, this is so popular right now. I see this everywhere. So many people rave about it. I'm really excited about it, okay? So this is the first book on my TBR list. Macy is settling into an ambitious, if emotionally tempted routine. Work hard as a new pediatric resident, plan her wedding to an older, financially secure man, keep her head down and heart tucked away. But when she runs into Elliot, the first and only love of her life, the careful bubble she's constructed begins to dissolve. Once upon a time, Elliot was Macy's entire world, growing from her gangly, bookish friend into the man who coaxed her heart open again, only to break it on the very night he declared his love for her. Told in alternating timelines between then and now, teenage Elliot and Macy grow from friends to so much more, spending weekends and lazy summers together in a house outside San Francisco, devouring books, sharing favorite words, and talking through their growing pains and triumphs. As adults, they have become strangers to one another until their chance reunion. Although their memories are obscured by the agony of what happened that night so many years ago, Elliot will come to understand the truth behind Macy's decade-long silence and will have to overcome the past and himself to revive her faith in the possibility of an all-consuming love. I'm so excited. Definitely gives me like second chance vibes, soulmate vibes. I'm so excited. So many of you have recommended me this book, and so many of you have also recommended me this author. So with that being said, the next book on my July TBR list is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This is another huge booktok book. I feel like I saw this blow up like a super long time ago, and people still rave about it. It's another very popular book rec on my channel. I love the book cover. It gives me like tropical vibes, and it's another summer read. So I thought it'd be very fitting to read this in the month of July. Olive is used to being the unlucky twin. From inexplicable mishaps to a recent layoff, her life seems to be almost comically jinxed. By contrast, her sister Amy is an eternal champion. She even managed to finance her entire wedding by winning a slew of contests. Unfortunately for Olive, the only thing worse than constant bad luck is having to spend the wedding day with the best man, and her nemesis, Ethan Thomas. Olive braces herself for a wedding hell, determined to put on a brave face, but when the entire wedding party gets food poisoning, the only people who aren't affected are Olive and Ethan. Suddenly, there's a free honeymoon up for grabs, and Olive will be damned if Ethan gets to enjoy paradise solo. Agreeing to a temporary truce, the pair head for Maui. 10 days of bliss are worth having to assume the role of loving newlyweds, right? But the weird thing is, Olive doesn't mind playing pretend. In fact, the more she pretends to be the luckiest woman alive, the more it feels like she might be. The Unhoneymooners is a romantic comedy for anyone who's ever felt unlucky in love. Enemies to lovers trope. It's my favorite trope. We already know this. I'm super excited. This has really good ratings, really good reviews. I'm so excited for this. I love it. That's like a tropical, summery vibe. I'm so excited for these 2 reads this month. Next up, I have Tell Me 3 Things by Julie Booksome. This is absolutely adorable. This book cover is actually what drew my attention the most. I love that it's little heart waffle pieces and there's like bites taken out of it. Also, it was on sale for $6.99. That is so cheap in book world. Jessie has just started her junior year at the ultra intimidating LA prep school, where she knows no one except for her new stepmonster's pretentious teenage son. Just when she's thinking about hightailing it back to Chicago to her friends who understand she's still grieving the death of her mother, she gets an email from a person calling themselves somebody/nobody, SN for short, offering to help her navigate the wilds of Wood Valley High School. In a leap of faith or an act of complete desperation, Jessie begins to rely on SN, and SN quickly becomes her lifeline and closest ally. Jessie can't help wanting to meet SN in person, but are some mysteries better left unsolved? I don't know, but I do know this cover is so aesthetically pleasing and I'm obsessed with it. Also, she has other books listed on the back and they look just as cute as this one, so I'm hoping this one goes well because because I might try out these other ones that she has. I hear mixed things about this. If you've read this, let me know what your opinion is. I've heard people say they really enjoyed this, but I've also heard people say that it's not like their favorite. It was kind of like disappointing, so let me know. Next up, we have the second book in a trilogy series that I very much enjoyed back in March, and that is Good Girl, Bad Blood by Holly Jackson. This is the second book in a Good Girl's Guide to Murder series. I'm excited. It was the first like mystery slash thriller book I ever read, and I really enjoyed it. I thought it was so crazy. Like the whole story was just insane, and the ending was even crazier. So I thought I'd pick up the second book in the series and give it a shot. I'm excited to see what Pip is up to, what Ravi is up to, and just kind of see like where they're gonna take the next part of the story. Pip is not a detective anymore. With the help of Ravi Singh, she released a true crime podcast about the murder case they solved together last year. Though the podcast went viral, Pip insists that her sleuthing days are behind her. But when someone she knows goes missing and the police won't do anything, Pip has no choice but to investigate. After all, Jamie Reynolds disappeared on the very same night the town hosted a memorial for the 6-year anniversary of the deaths of Andy Bell and Sal Singh. It has to be more than a coincidence. Pip follows a trail of clues, uncovering more of her town's dark secrets along the way. And this time, everyone is listening. Will she find Jamie before it's too late? Oh my gosh. Okay. So this is crazy. I'm excited. I'm very excited for this. I think Holly Jackson is a really good author, and she really knows how to write like mystery books in an easy way to read. I find that when I've ever tried to read a mystery book, it was always hard for me to get into it because of the writing style, and Holly Jackson's writing style is like really easygoing, and I really love it. Next up, I have More Than Words by Mia Sheridan. I'm so excited. I didn't know she had other books out. I recently read Archer's Voice, and that book literally changed my entire life. I will never recover from that book. It's my favorite romance book that I've ever read, and it's probably my favorite book of 2022 so far. It's so beautiful. If you haven't read Archer's Voice, you need to go do it because it is the most beautiful story I've ever read in my life. I was really excited when I saw this on the BookTok table at Barnes & Noble. She's an author who reminds me of Colleen Hoover, and her writing style is just so good, but there's something she adds into her stories that make them a little bit better for me opposed to like Colleen Hoover reads. I don't know what it is, but I like am obsessed with her writing style and her storytelling. The moment she met Callan Hayes, 11-year-old Jessica Creswell knew he was a broken prince, her prince. Together they became each other's refuge, creating a safe and magical place far from their troubled lives, till the day Callan kissed her, Jessica's first real dreamy kiss, and then disappeared from her life without a word. Years later, everyone knows who Callan Hayes is, famous composer, infamous bad boy. What no one knows is that Callan's music is now locked deep inside, trapped behind his own inner demons. It's only when he withdraws to France to drink his way through the darkness that Callan stumbles into the one person who makes the music return, Jessica, his Jessie, and she still tastes a fresh, sweet innocence, even as she sets his blood on fire. But they don't belong in each other's worlds anymore. There are too many mistakes, too many secrets, too many lies. All they have is that instinctive longing, that need, and something that looks dangerously like love. I'm so excited for this. I don't know how it's going to go. I just know that I was obsessed with Archer's Voice and completely in love with that story. So as soon as I saw that she had another book out, I had to get it. I want to try it out. I want to see if it's as amazing and captivating as Archer's Voice. Very excited to give this one a try this month. The next two books on my TBR list are summer reads, and I'm really excited because they're kind of like rom-com summer reads, and I've seen a lot of people talk about them. A lot of people like love them. They're those corny, cheesy romances we all love, and they just so happen to both be by Tessa Bailey. The first one is It Happened One Summer, and he looks so cute and she looks so glamorous. Like, Piper is fashionable and influential, and her reputation as a wild child means the paparazzi are constantly on her heels. When too much champagne and an out-of-control rooftop party lands Piper in the slammer, her stepfather decides enough is enough, so he cuts her off and sends her and her sister to learn some responsibility running their late father's dive bar in Westport, Washington. Piper hasn't even been in Westport 5 minutes when she meets big bearded sea captain Brendan Taggart, who thinks she won't last a week outside of Beverly Hills. So what if Piper can't do math and the idea of sleeping in a shabby apartment with bunk beds gives her hives? How bad could it really be? She's determined to show her stepfather and the hot, grumpy local that she's more than just a pretty face. Except it's a small town, and everywhere she turns, she bumps into Brendan. The fun-loving socialite and the gruff fisherman are polar opposites. There's an undeniable attraction simmering between them. Piper doesn't want any distractions, especially feelings for a man who sails off into the sunset for weeks at a time. Yet as she reconnects with her past and begins to feel at home in Westport, Piper starts to wonder if the cold, glamorous life she knew is what she truly wants. LA is calling her name, but Brendan, in this town full of memories, may have already caught her heart. Opposites attract. So excited. Summer read. I'm here for it. It sounds like my type of romance and I'm so excited. And then following that, we have Hook, Line, and Sinker. Look how cute. Do you see the little tattoo he has? King Crab Fisherman, a fisherman and a sailor. King Crab Fisherman Fox Thornton has a reputation as a sexy, carefree flirt. Everyone knows he's a guaranteed good time, in bed and out, and that's exactly how he prefers it. Till he meets Hannah Bellinger. She's immune to his charm and good looks, but she seems to enjoy his personality and wants to be friends. Bizarre, but he likes her too much to risk a fling, so platonic pals it is. Now Hannah's in town for work, crashing in Fox's spare bedroom. She knows he's a notorious ladies' man, but they are definitely just friends. In fact, she's nursing a hopeless crush on a colleague, and Fox is just the person to help her with her lackluster love life. Armed with a few tips from Westport's resident Casanova, Hannah sets out to catch her co-worker's eye. Yet the more time she spends with Fox, the more she wants him instead. As the line between friendship and flirtation begins to blur, Hannah can't deny she loves everything about Fox. She refuses to be another notch on his bedpost. Living with his best friend should have been easy, except now she's walking around in a towel and sleeping right across the hall. And Fox is fantasizing about waking up next to her for the rest of his life. And man overboard. He's fallen for her. Hook, line, and sinker. Helping her flirt with another guy is pure torture, but maybe if Fox can tackle his inner demons and show Hannah he's all in, she'll choose him instead. Guys, are you kidding me? I'm such a sucker for these two books already and I haven't even read them. Okay guys, we have 7 amazing books on our July TBR list. I'm so freaking excited. We have some really great summer reads here and I'm here for it. I love it. I'm excited. I'm obsessed. So excited for all of these, especially the Christina Lauren ones. They're so popular. You guys have recommended me these for a few months now and I feel like it is so fitting to be reading them now that it's finally summertime. We have such a great TBR list. I'm so excited for the month of July. If you saw any books in here that you've already read, let me know down below what they are, if you like them, if you dislike them, what your opinions are on them. I can feel it in my bones that July is going to be such a good reading month. We're gonna hit the beach this month and we're gonna read and we're just gonna enjoy the outdoors. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up because it really helps me out. It lets me know that you like these types of videos, you like my TBRs, my wrap-ups, my reading vlogs, my bookstore vlogs, my book reviews, and all that really fun and exciting book content. And then of course, don't forget to subscribe down below if you'd like to see more of me because I post weekly, guys. I post weekly. It's basically free entertainment every single week. You might as well subscribe. Thank you so much again to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. You guys can click the link down below and get your first month of Skillshare for free. July is going to be such an amazing month. I can feel it. And yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day and I'll see you in my next video.